Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of the Bernards High School Crimson podcast. I am your host, Andrew Trop, alongside my friends Ben Ballion and Charlie Quinn. And to my left, if you look, it's a familiar face. Today we're interviewing Ari Rosen on the other side of the mic. So, Ari, let's just start this off. Roles are reversed. What's it like being on the other side of this?
It feels kind of weird, I'm used to asking the questions. I'm used to telling everyone, it's just like a normal conversation. And now I kind of got to follow those same rules. So it feels a little weird.
It's great.
So Ari, you've been a big part of the school spirit for all 4 of your years. You're a senior now. How much does it mean to you to be named Hero of the Month for October?
It's pretty cool. It doesn't really affect how I do things. It's just, I don't know, I didn't really think much of it. It was a cool recognition, but I feel like it doesn't change who I am, or it shouldn't really change who anybody is. It's just like a normal thing that you could get, and you just keep going.
Yeah. Now, on that note, what do you want your impact to be, not only in the month of October, but after your years of Bernards High School, once you move on? What do you want your impact on the high school to be?
I just want to inspire people to have fun and to just do what they love, because I found what I love to do. So I want people to kind of have that same experience, and I don't know, I just want everyone to be friends with each other, everyone to be nice, and just come in with a smile and a lot of energy every day to school. That's what, if I could, come back in a few years and see that, I think that'd be a pretty cool success.
Yeah, that's great. I think you're definitely on that trajectory, I'd say. And one of these aspects that you're involved in the peer leaders program. So what does it mean to you to be able to be a peer leader, to help freshmen figure out their way through the school, help parents on back to school night? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like that's part of the inspiring stuff, because the first few months of high school isn't easy, and it could be rough for certain people, and you're adjusting to new things. So I feel like with me and my friends who are also peer leaders, we could just make their time easier.
Right.
Can help them settle in more and have a good time here, because it's one of the greatest schools in the world. So
yeah, that's for sure.
So part of peer leaders is not only learning for freshmen and for new people to the school, but it's also about growth for those who are the peer leaders. What things have you learned, not only this year, but across your years as a peer leader?
I've learned a lot about myself, how I can lead and the impacts it can have, and how to just respond to situations that don't always go your way. There's a lot of times where things just don't go your way, and you need to learn how to adapt, and you need to learn how to work with people too. And you have different skill sets that you're all combining, and that's important for the future too, because not everybody's always going to agree with everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're talking about inspiring here. You're leading the Crimson, not only this podcast, but you're an editor-in-chief on our newspaper here at Bernards High. So what are some of your goals for the newspaper and this podcast this year?
I just want to get some recognition for all the hard work we put in. Myself, Andrew, you guys with the podcast, Ella Patel and Claire Taylor, and Killian Schlager. We all put a lot of hard work in behind the scenes that most people don't see. It's not just me, there's a team to it. And I feel we're all becoming really close right now, and we're just working so well together, and I just want to get some cool recognition for that. We have the GSPA Awards, which we're having little issues with. I'm not going to say any names, and then for snow, we have rivals that we know who we want to beat. We came in second place last year, and the only thing that I want now is first place. There's only one place to go up, and that's first place.
To a certain extent, you can compare the Crimson to your experience on the football team. It's doing pretty well, right? You got these rivals you want to beat, all that stuff. Football team's doing pretty well, yeah?
Yeah, no, we're doing pretty well. We're 7-0 right now, and we just had the biggest win of our career against Summit last week, and it's really cool. We're clicking at the right moment. So
so you're just a few weeks away from the playoffs, correct? How's the how are we feeling? How's the team feeling?
We're ready. We were kind of doubted this year. After last year's team, so people were not expecting us to be in the spot we are now, and I think part of that is just we're proving everybody wrong. We're a close, tight group of seniors with some of my best friends, and we just want to go back to back, and we just want to prove everybody wrong, and because we know we have the talent to do it, and now everyone is just putting in all the hard work.
Yeah. So, for St. Baldrick's, last year you shaved your head. Are we going to get to see the repeat?
No, I
No?
don't think so. I'm not going to do that again, but I'm helping run it with Andalora Parente. So she and her sister did a really great job last year. So we're not going to be able. I don't think I'll be able to do as good of a job, but with Lola and I think we can almost get there. And we have a big goal for money this year, and we just want to continue to bring fun with that because it was a great time, and we're going to do other tiny little things throughout the school year to help raise awareness for that.
That's awesome.
Is there a specific number that you're trying to reach this year?
So last year we hit $25,000, and
Just trying to beat that.
I said in our initial meeting I want to double that,
Okay.
but 50,000 is a lot. So I don't know, but if we keep our goals high, maybe we won't put that in paper, but I think we can
absolutely
just raise money. So yeah, get a lot of maybe one of you three. Maybe you can see one of them.
We'll see. We gotta cut these curls off.
We'll see. Ari, a question I've been thinking about is you seem to be really involved with teamwork and working together and unity throughout our school. If you have one piece of advice on teamwork for our listeners, what would it be?
Just know how to adapt to your situation and know how to work with certain people, because even if sometimes you just got to suck things up, even if you don't agree, and do what's best for the team. And sometimes you have to put others or your team above you and your personal opinions, which kind of stinks sometimes, but it can work out for your team.
Ari, for the football team, obviously you're a part of the team, but you also take pictures. So tell us a little bit about your process and what goes into getting ready for game day.
Don't really get too much playing time, but it's still nice to be able to be on the team and do what I love, which is photography. And then I get ready, warm up, and then I just go to the sideline and take off my helmet and take out my camera. So it's pretty cool. And then it started with football, and then it led me to other photo opportunities my freshman year, and it just continued to grow, and I found what I'd like to do. So
is that a goal of yours to pursue down the line college career?
Yeah, hoping to become a professional sports photographer of sorts, whether it be lacrosse or football. So.
Awesome.
Nice.
Would you rather photograph lacrosse or football? What do you have more fun?
Probably lacrosse. Because lacrosse was always my favorite sport growing up, and then I just know the game well, so I just love following it.
How much does knowing the game well go into it? The angles, the knowing when the action's coming, and knowing what the emotion of the play is that you want to capture.
Yeah, no, that's pretty important. I feel for every sport, for football, it's important because you gotta just understand what's going on, and same with lacrosse. If you don't, it just helps me. I feel tracking the balls, and it's helpful knowing the game. It brings a different aspect into it, a different side to it. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And speaking of the action of the moment, a couple of weeks ago you were involved in not one, but not two, but a 3-kicker play. How did it feel being part of some of the main action of the game?
That was pretty cool. It was senior night. I got a chance to do something on the football field, and it felt really cool. I got to do it with 2 of my best friends on the team, Noah Ochap and Daniel. And it was surreal. It felt pretty cool, and it was just an awesome time.
So you mentioned you're helping to lead St. Baldrick's with Lola Parente. What tell me what goes into that? What are you doing to set that up?
So last year it was just her and her sister who did it, and they had to do all the fundraising, they had to do all the social media, they had to go get everything for it, every tiny little thing. It was just them two, Miss O'Brien and Miss Hunkley and Miss Clark. So this year, I took the spot for her sister last year, and making it a little more fluid, flowing. Well, we're gonna have committees so we can divide and conquer everything and get it going. And then for all the little we're gonna have a donut sale. We're gonna write children's cards for Christmas. So we're just gonna have a little tiny stuff like that, and it just can flow really nicely into the big St. Baldrick's event at the end of the year.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
That's great. We're getting close to wrapping this thing up. Is there anything else that you want to tell people of Bernards High School about yourself, about the peer leaders, football team, St. Baldrick's, the Crimson, anything?
No, not.
No?
I feel like there's not much for me.
Well,
to
it's-
say.
It's hard not to know about Harry Rosen. He seems to be doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up episode 2 of the Bernards High School Crimson podcast. Once again, I'm Andrew Trop alongside Charlie Quinn and Ben Ballion. Special thanks to our guest, Ari Rosen. You'll be seeing him on the other side of the tables next time. But thank you very much for coming. That was a blast.
Yeah,
and
cool.
looking forward to a great school year and seeing how you keep doing great things.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
You.